I can't sell because there's nothing to buy. So there are a lot of people in this position right now, and in this video I'm going to cover what I think you should do if you're one of these people. Intro. I'm that Agent Kelly. I talk about Canadian real estate in my local market of Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley. If you get any value or entertainment from this channel, subscribe to it, like this video, and if you want to chat with me, you can do so by scrolling down, clicking on the description, the link in my description, and you can book yourself right into my calendar for a time to chat. That's convenient for you. Okay, so this is a big problem right now, and part of the reason why inventory is so low to begin with is usually for people to actually want to sell their home and add to the available inventory on the market, they want to buy something else after they sell. Well, if they don't see anything that they like, they're not going to list their home and sell their home, right? So they don't see something they like, so they don't list their home. Well, that home would have likely been something that somebody else would have liked, and they need to sell their home. So now they're not listing their home, and then that home would have been something else that somebody else wanted to buy. They don't list their home, and it's a negative feedback of people not listing their homes because there's nothing to buy. So low inventory is creating low inventory, if you could believe that. So what do you do if you're one of these people? Well, there's really only a few options. I'm gonna go over them. So for this video, I'm gonna use a hypothetical situation that you're upgrading from a 2-bedroom condo in Langley to a townhome in Langley, but let's make it a not very common townhome. So let's just say it's double car garage, corner unit, square layout, and maybe a couple of those have been listed, but they're selling in 2 days, or maybe some of them are facing busy streets, or you don't like where it is in the complex, or you don't like the finishes, or there's a few things you don't like about them, or you like them and they sell in 2 days. So let's go over the options and what you can actually do, starting with buying first before you sell. So let's just say you put an offer in on a townhome, and basically how it works is in any offer, not any offer, but most offers are gonna have subjects. So a subject is basically, hey, we wanna buy this home, but we wanna make sure that we get our financing first. We promise to buy this home if we get our financing is basically what an accepted offer is. So you got an accepted offer, you got your financing, you remove the subjects, now the deposit is due, you put down the deposit on the home, you have a firm and binding contract of purchase and sale. Now, you can list your home and get it sold, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna line up the dates from the sale of the home to the purchase of the home. That way, basically the lawyer's just gonna move over the money from the sale into the purchase, and then there's gonna be a period where you are in possession of both the homes, so you can move your stuff back and forth from the old home into the new home. This is a good strategy in a market that's super hot because you basically own 2 homes at the same time that are both appreciating in value, and the sale on your home is going to go a lot quicker in a hot market. So you don't really have to worry about selling your home in a super hot market. So you can buy, both of them are appreciating at the same time, and then you sell. But it is super risky, especially there are a lot of people who are using this strategy. I know realtors that were at the tail end of the 2022 market, the 2021 market, and they got caught with their pants down because the market basically tanked 10% in 2 weeks. And then all these sellers had to lower their prices way down, they had to take out bigger mortgages. The situation, and then honestly, if they didn't drop their price super fast, they could have been in a really big and bad scenario where now you can't get a mortgage because you basically lost all your down payment on the new home, and you'll lose your deposit and possibly get sued, almost indefinitely get sued for the most part. But I'm not a lawyer, seek legal advice. So this is a good strategy, and it does work, and there's a time and place for it. Would I recommend it right now? Absolutely not. It's very risky in my opinion. The second option that everybody loves and is the most ideal option, but very rarely works, is writing an offer subject to the sale of your current home. So basically how this works, you're gonna write an offer. Let's say you see a home you like. You're gonna write an offer. Hey, we wanna buy this home. We promise to buy this home as long as we can sell the current home that we're living in. That's basically what the subject to sale offer is. And the subject period is most commonly 30 days, so you have 30 days to sell your home before the contract is void. Sometimes as much as 45 days, but for the most part, it's about 30 days. So in a perfect world, you'd wait till the home you love comes on the market, you would tie it up with a subject to sale offer, then you would list your home, sell it, and then once the buyers of your home remove their subjects, and that's a firm and binding deal, then you would remove the subjects on the subject to sale offer that you have on the other home. Boom, 2 firm and binding deals, make sure all the dates line up, and then you seamlessly move into the new home. However, there are a multitude of reasons why this dream likely won't work out for you, especially in a hot market, or a market that's decently hot. Any agent that's decently experienced isn't going to just accept your subject to sale offer. What they're likely going to do is sneak a time clause into the contract, which basically states, hey, we're going to accept this offer, but if we get another offer we like better, we can serve you the time clause, which basically states, and usually it's 48 hours or 72 hours, hey, we got a better offer, and we're going to go with this offer unless you remove your subjects in 48 hours or 72 hours or whatever it is. And chances are you likely won't be able to remove your subjects in 48 hours because you won't have a firm and binding sale on your home. And even if you did have an accepted contract on your home, the subjects are usually 5 to 7 days, meaning if you have 48 hours to remove your subjects and you just got an accepted offer, you're probably not going to have enough time, and you definitely don't want to remove subjects on the purchase before you make sure that the buyers remove subjects on your home. This is all very confusing, I know. But basically what I'm saying is it's very unlikely, especially if you're buying a product in high demand, that they are not going to get a better offer than yours, because pretty much every single offer that exists is going to be better than yours, because 9 out of 10 offers that come in are going to have a 5-day contingency period as opposed to a 30-day contingency period. And for the most part, it's usually worth it for the seller to accept an offer that's probably even less than your offer just to get rid of the uncertainty of you not being able to sell your home. Now, this isn't true for every product. Like if you were selling a starter detached home and moving into a $2.5 million home, those homes sit on the market a lot longer, you can probably get away with a subject to sale in that case, right? Because those homes usually take months and months to sell anyways, depending on the market, what it's priced at, what it is, all these types of things. But you'll have a lot better luck doing subject to sale on a product like that than you would on a 3-bedroom townhome in Langley, because that's a product that's usually in high demand, and for the most part, everyone is always looking to buy, and you're always going to have lots of competition for that. So subject to sale is basically a dream. There's some scenarios where it does work right now, and especially going from condo to townhome. Is it going to work? Probably not. If you're going from townhome to starter detached, probably not. If you're going from townhome to acreage, possibly. Number 2 reason why the subject to sale isn't that great is you usually have to incentivize the seller to actually work with your offer, right? So in real estate, there's price and there's terms, and you're never going to get both. You get to pick one or the other. So if you're writing a seller an offer where all of the terms are heavily favored to you, what do you think the seller is going to want in return for that? They're going to want a higher price. Why am I going to accept this subject to sale offer and it's like 30 grand less than what I actually want? No, I'm not even going to entertain this unless they just give me my full asking price. This is a waste of my time. That's how the seller is going to think when you submit a subject to sale offer. So understand that when you go in subject to sale, you're giving the seller price and you're getting terms. And number 3, any agent on the other side of this transaction is going to want to see that your home is already listed on the market. As I was saying before, the typical subject removal period for a subject to sale is 30 days. Well, if your home isn't even listed yet, it takes a week to get it to market. Usually takes a week, possibly 2, to actually sell it. And then anyone who buys it is likely going to have subjects on anywhere from 5 business days to 10 business days. And that time period is basically 30 days right there. So everything under the sun has to go exactly right for you to even sell your home within that 30 days and be able to remove the subject to sale on the purchase. So what an agent is going to want to see is that you have at least started the process to listing your home, or it's already listed on the market before they even entertain a subject to sale offer. Which brings me into number 3. In my opinion, the best option almost always is to sell first and then buy. Because at least if you had the plan to sell first and then buy, and the home you wanted came up and you were listed on the market, well, now your subject to sale offer's a lot stronger because you're already listed on the market. You have an open house this weekend, maybe you'll sell this weekend, and your subject to sale period only needs to be 7 or 8 days as opposed to 30, and your offer becomes a lot stronger once you're already listed on the market. But even if you didn't want to write subject to sale and you had a plan to go in there to sell first and then buy, that's usually going to be your best bet. And I know this is worrisome to a lot of people, but it is a lot safer than buying first and then selling. If you buy first and then sell and that doesn't go to plan, you're in a lot of trouble. If you sell first and then you can't buy anything, well, you can rent an Airbnb until you find something. It's a lot less stressful in my opinion, and I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but hey, listen, I've done many of these. I've never once had a seller be stranded and have to rent somewhere. I don't know anybody who's had that happen. It always seems to work out. And here's the thing, if you're really worried about it, you can just get a longer closing date from the buyer. 3 months is more than enough time, but even if you felt like that wasn't enough time, we could ask for 4 months. We could ask for a rent back clause, which basically states, hey, we're gonna sell this home to you, but if we don't find anything before the completion date, we can rent back from you at market rates for whatever the specified amount of time is. Usually the most common is an extra 2 months. So there you would get a 5-month basically closing date. It would be a 3-month closing date, but you'd be able to live in your home for 5 months while you try to find the next place. Not only that, as you're looking for the next place, your offer would be much stronger. In which case you probably wouldn't even have to go into that offer with subjects because you know you're getting money from the sale of your home on such and such date, and you can just structure the closing date of the purchase the day after you get the money from the sale. So your offer becomes a lot stronger when the product you actually want to buy comes on the market. If you want to buy it, you can bet there's a bunch of other people who want to buy it. You're going to be in competition for that product. Well, now you've probably got the strongest offer on the table. You've already sold your home. You've got cash coming. You don't need to do a subject to finance. Always recommend you do, but you don't need to. You have the option to take that out of your offer if you absolutely need to and you see the place that you've fallen in love with. Selling first and then buying, 9 out of 10 times is going to be your best option. But yeah, that's my take on things. Buy first, subject to sale, or sell first. Subject to sale works a lot better when you're going in with the ideology that you're going to sell first anyways. So you can basically lump those two together. Not having your home listed on the market and writing offer subject to sale, in my opinion, is just not even an option at all, especially like the market. We're in a market like the one we're in right now. So if you enjoyed this video, like this video. If you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel. I'm that Agent Kelly, and I'm making moves to move you.